So, I'm just going to go into some dark sienna and a little bit of Van Dyke. I'm going to use more dark sienna, but still going to grab a little bit of Van Dyke. Just tap your bristles. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start putting in some little clouds. Actually, you know what? Before I put in my clouds, let me just grab, I'm just going to grab this little brush so I don't have to clean off the brush that I just loaded up. I'm going to go into some titanium white. Not much though. And then just pick out like an area that you want to have as like a bright spot. So I'm just going to go right here. And it might not look very bright right now, but believe you me, it will. Alright, so there's our little bright spot. Alright, now we can go into the brush that we just loaded up with our dark. I'm just going to start kind of going at like an angle and just laying in some little cloud type shapes. Okay, so now we have that. Gonna wash the brush. Alright. So now with a nice dry brush, you have to make sure that it's dry. If you're using liquid clear and you get paint thinner on it, it does really, really, really bad stuff. Really bad stuff. Alright, so now you're just gonna blend this. Follow those angles. Alright, and so since this is going to be our bright spot, the further away from it you want it to get darker. So I'm going to just grab a tiny bit more of like the darker brown and put it out here. That'll really make that bright spot pop out. Yep, good. Looks good on there. Alright, so now I'm going to take some of this brown that we were just using. I'm going to put a little bit of titanium white into it. I just want to lighten up this brown. This is going to be the color for a little foothill in the background. So I want this to almost to be like not even noticeable. So it's nice and pale. Alright, so let me clean off this little brush and I'll just use this one. Nice and dry. So I'm just going to go into this color we just made. You don't need a whole lot on here. And then just kind of figure where you want like a little foothill, and just using the corner of the brush. Just kind of make a little rolling hill back here. Let it fade into nothing over there. Alright, so now, gotta wash the big brush. Beautiful. Alright, so now I'm gonna just tap along the bottom edge of this. And this is just gonna make it kind of misty at the bottom. Lift up. And there you go. We have a nice little foothill in the background. Alright, so now grab the fan brush. I'm going to mix up some color here. So it's just going to be the two browns again. Get rid of this light color that we were using. Move that over there. Grab some Van Dyke, some dark sienna. It's a nice dark color. And these are going to be our little background bushes. Probably put some trees back there too. Alright, so load the fan brush. Alright, now using just the corner. You don't want to go like straight in like this. If you do that, whenever you touch it, you're going to just get like a little smiley face. But if you hold the brush to the side, then when it smashes in, these bristles out here will also touch the canvas, so it makes a more natural looking shape. So you're just going to start back here, slowly move your way outward. Start going the other way. And then we can actually reflect some of this down into the water right here. A good chunk of this is probably going to end up getting covered up, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so now we're going to put some little trees back there, some little pines. Alright, so let's do a little tree right here. Just using the corner of the brush, pushing upward. That's all you do. Just corner of the brush, push up. You have another little tree. Let's put one over here. You want to keep these ones tiny because these are like far off in the distance. Later on, put in some bigger trees. Let's do like one more over here. And let's have one out here. Okay, that's enough of the little trees. Alright, so now with a clean, dry brush, we'll use the big brush. I'm just going to pull down some of this for reflections. So you just grab it and go straight down. It's most important to go straight down. And in the middle part, don't pull it down as far as these outside parts. By having the ends pulled out further, it makes it look like it's concaved. It's a quick and easy way to force perspective. So then just very light, go across this whole thing. Not the whole thing, the reflections that you just did. And that just gives it the appearance that it's like glassed over, like a calm lake. Excuse me, I keep hiccuping. Alright, so now I think what I'm going to do is grab my other fan brush, and I'm going to start laying in some snow. This is going to be a winter painting. So you just want to figure out where you want your land to start and just pull outward. There we go, there's a little snowbank. Okay, go to this side. grab a little bit. Gotta get a little bit of liquid white. Just a tiny little bit. Let's put that right there. I'm just using liquid whites. I can't use paint thinner on liquid clear. Alright, so there's our little lay of the land. Alright, so we'll grab the knife. Grab some liquid clear. You just want to pull this out really, really thin. As thin as you can get it. And you just cut across. And it puts a little bit of paint right on the edge of the knife. And then you use that to kind of cut in a little water line. Alright, there's a little water line. Now you can take your fan brush again. Just clean up the little edges. And there you go. Alright, so there's the little background area. So now we're going to put in the foreground right here. So for that, I think we're just going to use the big brush. It'll cover a lot of area really quick. So we're just going to go into that dark that we were using. Van Dyke and Dark Sienna. Alright. So go into that color. We're just going to make some little tree shapes over here. Go to the other side. Alright, so you gotta take this color and reflect it down also. we gotta clean the brush. Alright, now it's nice and dry. So I think I'm also going to add in, well, let's do our trunks and stuff first. Oh, you know what? I can't do trunks. That's right. I'm using liquid clear. Duh, duh, duh. That was almost very bad. That was almost really bad. So, I'm going to add some pines over here as well. Let's do right here. You don't have to put the whole trunk in, but sometimes it's easier. Kind of gives you like a little guideline to go down. Let's do another one. Like right here. Let's go right here. Let's see. This would be like one more, like right here.